The train was moving at high speed. Sahana was lost in her old memories. Suddenly, her 3-year-old child Apeksha started running towards the other side of the coach. At that moment, the newlywed Chaitra, who was sitting in the seat opposite her, hugged the child. Hey, little girl, where are you going? Where should I look for you, mommy? No, leave, Apeksha said, trying to get away from her. Meanwhile, Sahana, who had come to reality, got up and pulled the child into her arms. Where are you going, Apeksha? Did I not tell you that children get lost in the train? You know not to leave me. Do you? That uncle called me, Apeksha said, pointing to the other side of the coach. Sahana was shocked. She looked further and saw no such person. Everyone else was lost in their own chatter. None of them had called the child. Sahana hugged the child tightly. Sweat was dripping from her forehead due to panic. No matter who calls me, Apeksha, don't go without asking me, she admonished the child. The cute baby Apeksha, with her cupped eyes, hugged her mother even tighter. There was moisture in Sahana's dark swan colored eyes. Chaitra was looking at the child with affection. When she called the child waved her hand and said that she wouldn't come. When Sahana looked at Chaitra, she smiled. Your child is very cute. I will play with her for a while, she said, but Sahana remained silent. Did Lokesh, who was with Chitra, not like Sahana's behavior? So he immediately said, what a good story. She is so embarrassed to even talk to you. You are not saying that you will play with her child. He objected. Did she not keep quiet so that she would not talk to us? Did you not notice her eyes were full of tears? She is very worried. Her mind is hesitating. Something is going on here, she said. Maybe she must have come after fighting at her husband's house. What do you need her to do with it? Be quiet, he said. Chaitra had grown very fond of the child. Apeksha was sitting on Sahana's lap and looking out the window. When the train stopped at a station, Lokesh got down and brought coffee for Chaitra. Sahana called out to the coffee seller in the coach, but he did not hear her voice. Seeing this, Lokesh shouted at the coffee seller, what, sir, are you just shouting coffee, coffee, or are you giving it to those who want it? Come here, this lady wants coffee. Sahana took coffee for herself and a packet of biscuits for the child. The same thing happened at dinner time. Sahana kept shouting, but the food seller did not hear her. Lokesh called the food seller again. After dinner, Lokesh went to sleep. Only Chaitra was still awake. Apeksha had already slept once. There was no sign of sleep in Sahana's eyes. She was sitting there watching in some kind of anxiety. Chaitra, out of affection for the child, motioned for Sahana to come to her again. But the child refused out of fear and sat even tighter on her mother's lap. Chaitra had a small chessboard with her. Come, play with me, you will beat me, she coaxed the child. The child stared at her mother's face with a look of approval. When Sahana smilingly said, Come, I will also play chess, the child's face brightened. Auntie, I want the black pieces, the child said. Then Sahana said, Did you start being stubborn before the game? To this, Chaitra said, Never mind, after all, children are all that. The three of them started playing chess. Along with that, jokes, teasing, and teasing also started. Apeksha, who slowly got used to Chaitra, sat on her lap. During this, Chaitra hugged and kissed the child 2 or 3 times. Chaitra was very happy. Your Apeksha is just like my brother's daughter Neetu. I have been missing her a lot since I got married. I enjoyed spending time with your daughter. Our Neetu also left her parents and slept with me. How can you take care of her after you go to your husband's house? My brother used to get upset sometimes. Didn't Apeksha bring your father with her? She asked. Our father is gone. He has passed away. The child's voice was very natural. There was no hint of pain in it. That his father was gone, that he had passed away. Chaitra stared at Sahana's forehead with a start. Sahana's forehead was shaking like an empty field. The child was only absorbed in the chess pieces. Her father just now? What's the point of knowing when he passed away? Let him go, Chaitra responded, feeling annoyed by Sahana's contradictory statement. I don't think I should spend my whole life remembering the dead. Sorry, you have just got married. You shouldn't have asked me that question, Sahana said and sat the child on her lap. Are you not a little sad that your husband passed away? I shudder to think how my life would be without him and you. I just got married, that's why I feel that way. Let some time pass and then I will know. I also felt the same way in the year of our marriage. But this male caste never values our feelings. Let it go. Why am I telling you all this? Sahana said as she made the child drink water. The harsh feeling was clearly visible on her face. Is this what these men are like? So if Lokesh didn't respect me, didn't love me, why should he marry me? Chaitra asked. Getting married and managing life are two different things. Apeksha's father and I were friends for 5 years and then got married. But he used to act like he had done some philanthropy after getting married. Even in the beginning, I would nod my head at everything he said. But you can't just bow your head to everything. When you get a phone call from home, you ask who called. Why did they do it? When you get calls from your friends, why do they call you repeatedly? Why does your brother in law come to see you? He asks pointless questions just trying to prove his own ideas. Didn't you ever try to explain? I tried to explain many times. Before the wedding, all those relatives would call me. Before the wedding, I would run to see him, spend a long time with him. That man didn't say that you should go home because it might be late one day, your family might be waiting. You should have kept that same trust even after marriage. Marriage is not about having to manage every relationship in life by asking your husband, will we ever think like him? But what if Apeksha's father passes away? One day, all my college friends and friends came to our house unexpectedly. They were not only my friends but also Nandish's friends. They all came with the desire to party together. They had brought the party supplies themselves so that they wouldn't be a burden on our family. They all came so unexpectedly that Nandish was not informed about the party. Nandish had just left the house a few minutes earlier. I called his mobile but it said he was not reachable. So I sent an SMS. Nandish came back 2 hours after sending the message. I waited for a while and when Nandish did not come, I served everyone food. When Nandish came back home, I served ice cream to everyone. Nandish was calm when everyone was there, but after they all left, he became angry like a tsunami. Lokesh was listening to everything while sleeping. He changed sides 2 or 3 times. He also felt like sitting up and listening to Sahana's story. But some unspoken hesitation was holding him back. The child had fallen asleep on her mother's lap. Waves of pain were clearly visible in Sahana's eyes. Sahana continued, despite all the insults, all that, my only job is to take my friends out to enjoy when my husband is not home. Is this the trust he had in me? He strangled my trust to death. He threw all my love, trust, hopes, and dreams to the wind. I thought of leaving the house at that moment. I don't know how I spent that night. When he left for work as usual in the morning, I couldn't bear it. He forcibly held me down and told me everything that happened one by one and told me what I did wrong in this. Tell me, why do you have such doubts about me? I also asked. I kept quiet after hearing everything. I apologized for speaking so rashly. I also promised that I would never make you doubt me again. Even though my mind was hurting and was reeling, I endured everything for the sole reason that I did not want to ruin the family. But all that did not last long. One day, when it was a holiday, Nandish was at home. While I was busy in the kitchen, a call came to my mobile. Nandish answered the phone, and a voice from the other side said, you are organizing an event, are you not? We needed an event. Nandish thought something and called me. I was in a very good mood. In the same mood, I picked up the phone and said hello. The voice from the other side said, "You organize an event, don't you?" "We also wanted an event, Mrs. Sahana, and I was stunned by the person calling my name. I didn't even know who that person was. I was so angry. I was so angry. If you call anyone again, make sure the number and call." I said it was the wrong number. To that, the voice from the other side said, "No, Mrs. Sahana, I called to talk to you. Maybe there was someone else with you, so you are saying." "Never mind, I'll call you again," he said and disconnected the call. I was shocked to hear all this. It was indeed a wrong call. I could also hear the sound of some boys laughing playfully. Nandish had put the speaker mode of his mobile phone on and handed it to me. By the time he hung up, my strength had gone out. What was Nandish thinking? Did the person from the wrong number say something? I thought so. I said it was the wrong number. "But how did the person from the wrong number know your name?" Nandish immediately asked. I was left speechless when he said suspiciously, "Does he know that there is someone else in your house?" Maybe the person on the other end of the phone must have known my name when Nandish called me, but right now I didn't know how to defend myself. After that, every day, as soon as Nandish came home, I started checking my mobile. Someone would send me dirty messages. I didn't know who they were. Sometimes love messages would also come. So I would switch off my mobile. As soon as Nandish came home and turned on his mobile, messages would come in a rush. One day Nandish called that number and spoke. I don't know what the conversation was about. Nandish didn't listen to any of my pleas. That was the last time I was with Nandish, said Sahana, tears welling up in her eyes. The pain deep inside her was now starting to emerge. Chaitra's mind was also starting to feel heavy. She couldn't think of anything to say. Sahana continued, "From that day on, I distanced myself from him. It was a waste to live with a man who trusted me more than I did, just because of a wrong number call. Does he have no self awareness? A 5-year long passionate relationship broke down because of a single wrong number call. That day, I started to think that maybe I had fallen in love with Nandish in a hurry, or that I had fallen victim to an unseen trust." Sahana's tears started to fall from the corner of her eyes. "When did Nandish die again?" Hearing Chaitra's question, Sahana smiled and wiped her eyes. "Should we say that a man is dead only when his body becomes inactive? For me, that man died that day. It was only after I was away from him that I realized that I was pregnant. He had sent divorce papers, but I have not divorced him till today. He has tortured me so much, caused me so much trouble. Shouldn't he have also to suffer all that?" she said. Lokesh got up and went to the toilet. Chaitra glanced at the child. "Haven't you thought about the child's future? The child has already been told that your father is dead. Those who are not in our lives, are they dead today or tomorrow? Isn't it all the same?" Lokesh, who had gotten up on the pretext of going to the toilet, sat down on another seat a little further away with his head in his hands. Just then the man sitting opposite asked, "Do you know that woman? Isn't she the one talking to your wife?" Lokesh looked at him in surprise. Seeing him, Lokesh was shocked. The man continued, "That woman is a great deceiver. She tells some fabricated stories to gain the sympathy of others, because no one should see her in a different light. Her child may not know the whole story about her yet. But I can't stay silent. I will catch her with strong evidence and demand justice," he said. Hearing these words, Lokesh felt very sad. Thinking for a while, he looked deeply into his eyes. The smoke of hatred was clear there. "Then you will have to spend your whole life searching for evidence, Nandish," Lokesh said sarcastically. "Because Sahana is already serving enough punishment for a mistake she did not do. My friends and I used to send those SMS to some random numbers just for fun. We would also make calls. We never thought that our joke would take someone else's life like this." "We didn't even know Sahana, but you have loved her for 5 years, right? Why are you doing this injustice to her?" When Lokesh pressed it properly, Nandish's complexion became clear. I feel disgusted with myself for playing with the life of a married woman. I will definitely and immediately tell Sahana everything that happened and apologize. If you want to feel atonement, first stop spying on Sahana and apologize. It will at least reduce the burden on your mind a little, Lokesh said and rushed back to his seat. Nandi, stunned, went numb. His limbs were numb due to the development that had happened in an instant. How could he even show his face to Sahana? How could he even say that all this happened because of his distrust? He decided that he had to apologize no matter what and went to the place where they were sitting. When he saw Lokesh and Chaitra sitting there with their faces hanging down, Lokesh was embarrassed even to raise his head. To be honest, there is no punishment for the mistake you made. However, it is enough that you are admitting it with a sincere heart and repenting. Even under this pretext, the harsh truth of how much Nandish trusted me has not come to light. Thanks to you. Don't be sad. I have forgiven you, said Sahana. Please forgive me too, Sahana. Everyone turned around to look at the voice. Nandish was standing there. Anger began to well up in Sahana's eyes. I knew you were always spying on me. Sorry, Sahana, I don't even deserve to apologize to you. Lokesh has explained everything to me. I am now regretting it. Come home. Sahana burst out laughing. That's right, Lokesh has told you. Did you believe me? If I tell you another wrong number tomorrow, will you believe that too? Your love and trust are as untrustworthy as you are. You have been waiting for me to divorce for you for so long. But I refused. But today I will divorce you myself. Because if a body is left unburied for a long time, it will rot and smell bad. Get out of here. I can't bear to see your shadow, said Sahana, taking out a fan from her bag and starting to fan the air. Everyone's faces turned pale. No one dared to meet Sahana's eyes or speak. But Sahana felt a fragrance mingling in the breeze, a shock that was a relief. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel.